Greetings to you, the gentleman psychic, Richard-Lael Lillard speaking. Why, yes, hello. I would love to do a video on frequently asked questions. I already have the questions written down. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Make certain you hit the like and subscribe button and that notification bell to be updated on more videos like this and many others. I get asked a lot of questions every single day, wherever I go, whether it be online or whether it be in person, and it ranges from really polite, sincere questions to the most interesting, unique questions. Well, today, I am addressing those especially for you. Number one, when did you know you were a psychic? I cannot remember a time when I did not know I am psychic. I didn't know that was what it was called. I grew up Pentecostal and we believed in prophecy, but I didn't know that was what it was called. And when I was 4, almost 5, my father came down with Guillain-Barré and died in the hospital. I've told this story before. They asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said, my father's coming home for my birthday, and he did. I knew then he was going to last for another 20 years, and he did. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth, perhaps at another time. Where do you get your clothes? This is a frequent question I get frequently. That's why it's frequent. So I get my clothing everywhere from vintage stores. I get them online. I get them, people give me things. One of my favorite things, though, is to use my psychic ability in a thrift store. I got a beautiful, before the quarantine, I got a beautiful waistcoat from the turn of the century. I walked over to the clothing rack and I pulled it out right there, fit me perfectly. So yes, a lot of custom clothing, a lot of vintage clothing. I don't know where it comes from, it just happens. If you could go back in time, when and where would you go and why? Well, I have to tell you, I love so many things about so many eras. I love the 19th century. I love bits and pieces of the 18th century, but I cannot think of a better time to exist than this one right now. Because number one, I can be here with you. I can talk directly to you through the magic of the internet, and also I can be who I am, and there is less stigmatism. Though I do get an occasional internet troll. Thank you. What was it like working with Ghost Adventures? The Ghost Adventures crew are remarkable. People ask me if it is real, what they're experiencing, or if it's fake, and I can guarantee 100% they don't fake. It is real. Their style is not my style. Their style is a little more dude, bro. But they are really lovely, really professional, and yes, in fact, I did see their evidence. They were here, nothing was made up, it was beautiful. Oh, what is that accent? Where is that accent from? How can you speak like that? Why do you talk like that? That is a very good question. I get asked that frequently. I have lived all over the world in some really amazing places, but that is not why I have this voice. I have this voice because I have this voice. When I lived in England, people would say, where are you from? I can't quite, and I don't know, I don't know where it is. And I would say, oh, I'm American. And they'd say, oh, you're taking a piss. Where are you from? So I would tell them, I'm originally from my mother, but I moved since then. And they would say, oh, I'm from there. And so, oh, you're from there? Then you're my sister. So it's not an English accent. It is in the turn of the century, from the 19th into the 20th, close to around 1910, 1920, people were starting to talk more theatrically. It was a very strange time. It was also because of the dawning of the radio, the dawning of the talkies. People wanted voice-trained actors, and they went to New York, and that was why they had the mid-Atlantic accent. You can see some examples of this in films like Arsenic and Old Lace, in Bringing Up Baby, in Wizard of Oz. It was a very special time in cinema history, but that is sort of where I get my accent from. It just is natural, it occurs, I don't know. Do you dress like that every day to go to the market, to lounge around the house, etc.? Yes, I do. Every single day, this is how I dress, or some variation thereof. In fact, here is a shot of me from this morning. I was at the market, and I was in a beautiful Edwardian, I think it's beautiful, Edwardian summer suit. So it's out of linen. And yes, I do wear that. Why do people always ask me if it is the market? Yes, I dress like this to go to the market. I dress like this to go to the post office. I dress like this to go get my car, whatever. I dress like this all the time. And lounging around the house, I never wear track suits. I never wear sweatpants. I never wear hoodies, and you won't catch me in just a t-shirt. However, I've been known to lounge around in a beautiful 1930s dressing gown, and here's a shot of me from the other day. Have you ever had a paranormal experience that scared you? This question is a very good one. I usually deal with energies, whether they could be frightening to others, or I've even encountered Zozo, and I've encountered dark energies that people are afraid of, but for me, I usually don't get scared. However, way back when I was just a baby psychic, when I really didn't understand who I was and didn't understand the abilities that I feel that I possess, I was at the theater on Route 66 way back a long time ago, and they were restoring this old place. On the tour, I went through the ballroom, and I felt this dark presence around me, and I did not want to go further. I felt like I couldn't go in the room. I felt like it was dark. He said, the tour guide, he said, well, I'll give you a flashlight. I'll give you a light to go in. You can go in the room. I said, no, there is nothing that can make me go in that particular room. He said, why not? I said, I don't know. I can't go in there. His response was, we've had psychics and they always refuse to go in that room too. I wonder why. Well, I didn't realize that I was a psychic. I just thought I knew things, and I didn't know why I wanted to go in the room. Oh, this one comes to me from my very good friend, Micah Cover. Micah the Magician. If you are ever at the Magic Castle here in Los Angeles, you definitely want to check out Micah Cover. He is such a talent. He asks me, what is something your fans should know about you that they might not already know? That, Micah, is a great question. I'm a pretty open book. But one of the things that many people don't know is that I am here in California a licensed minister. That's right, I can perform at your wedding. I can unite you legally by the state of California. Oh, dreams. Here's another one. This one is not from Micah. So this one asks me if I can interpret dreams and the meaning of, they have a dream here, it's very personal. So every day, almost every day, I write down my dreams on Facebook. I write them down, and because it just helps me to get it out of my head, and usually I'm pretty good at interpreting it. And because of this, people ask me what dreams mean, and I am very good at interpreting them. In fact, that's a really good idea for another video. I've been your host, as always, Richard-Lael Lillard. Thank you so much for all the likes, the shares, and the comments. If you have another question for me, make certain you put it right down there in the comments section below. Here's a list of my star Patreons. Till next time.